two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the ground with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Back to throw, it's Allard. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll leave it with him. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Might as well give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4-quarter game.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. Little handoff, little sneak attack. Great play call.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll line up for a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's reeled in, it's Singleton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
operating in the red zone here on second down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise in the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He'll do it himself. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Butler. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Dropping back, it's Moss. Quickly complete.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the first down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Makes the catch. It's Kyle Manor. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
Penn State 7, Stanford 0.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They knock him down right there.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Quick completion on the out. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Fires and picked off. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
It's so important when a safety drops that he takes the right angles. You see those receivers flying across his face. He's got to go meet the ball and the receiver a lot of times at the same time. Great break, great job getting to the football, and then securing it. A lot of times you're like, oh, man, catch it, catch it, catch it. I don't have the best hands. That's what he plays safety.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Moss. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
And the missed connection on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Here's the give off the left side. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Third down coming.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in two gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think
Gets away from one, finds some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Stanford quickly to the line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the offense. To the air, it's Moss. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable with that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. A strike downfield. There he goes to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 31 to Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Wide open downfield. Afterburners coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Moving out of the pocket. He makes the connection, and he'll be smacked to the ground. They'll go hurry up here. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Trying to find his man on first down. It's caught. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the ring.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in. The give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution to drive by that offense.
And he makes the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He unleashes a long one. Snatches it on the run. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
They're bringing heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Saunders. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Scanning the field, it's Allard. Zings it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Deep shot for the end zone. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking for a man on second down. Moving away from pressure. Firing to the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. To the ground. He's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wants to throw. It's Moss. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Forced out of the pocket. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's right on target. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and...
Touchdown, Stanford! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Florida State is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame.
He'll start this drive firing. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw. And just lobbing the ball down the field like that, no, you're asking for an interception.
They'll ride the hot hand.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
To throw, it's Moss. Grabs it in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. He wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Offense lining up quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. With jet sweep pass. Smashes through. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Stanford 35, Penn State 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Nittany Lions are on the move.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over.
The ball pops out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Going up top on first down. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Nittany Lions have pushed it inside the 20. To the air, it's Allard. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to barge in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to slam in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. More than a field goal. Obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Going over the top. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? That's caught. It's Evans.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They're going back to the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need it.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
At the 47-yard line. Second down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Aller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
On third down, going up top. Quickly complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll go to the ground. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Grab near the marker. It's Saunders. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Really nice job there with the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You need a score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take the 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one off.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Spits it out to the back. This time he's got his man. Ball's out. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want.